Good morning, everyone. I am Bob Garashi, CEO here at NJCDC. And on behalf of NJCDC, I welcome you to Paterson today. It's a great day, isn't it? It's a great day because we're here to honor a friend, a fighter, and a great son of this city, Congressman Bill Pascrell, as Governor Murphy renames Route 19 in his memory. Friends, Route 19 is more than a highway. It connects neighborhoods and schools and jobs, and right up the hill, our beloved Great Falls. And it's fitting that this road will now carry the name of someone who spent his life connecting people to opportunity. Congresswoman Pascrell championed Paterson with an energy that matched the falls themselves, whether fighting for working families, standing up for public safety, or securing investments that helped revitalize this community. He helped put Paterson on the national map. That is Paterson with one T. If you know, you know. And he turned our falls into a national park. At NJCDC, we felt that commitment up close. Congressman Pascrell believed in our young people, he believed in our families, and he believed in our neighborhood. He showed up, he rolled up his sleeves, and he pushed all of us to dream bigger and to do more. To the Pascrell family, thank you for sharing him with us. His name on Route 19 will remind future generations what it looks like when leadership is rooted in love of community. We're also fortunate to be joined by a governor who has been an extraordinary partner to Paterson and to NJCDC. Under Governor Murphy's leadership, the state has invested in housing, education, mental health, economic development, all of the things that help build communities like this, and importantly, Governor, that change the trajectory of the young lives that we serve. So today is about two things. It is about gratitude, and it is about momentum. Honoring a giant who helped build the Paterson we love, and welcoming a governor who is helping us to build the Paterson that we are becoming. And so, please join me in welcoming a steadfast friend of this city and of NJCDC, ladies and gentlemen, the governor of the great state of New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy.
Thanks very much, buddy. Thank you.
And I have something for you.
I heard. Thank you. Thank you.
And
Please remain standing.
and before I surrender this podium, I have something for the governor on behalf of the entire Pascrell family and the city of Paterson. It is a poster that we had commissioned for this special occasion.
Oh, wow. Oh, I love that. Is that the one that got going? Yeah. So cool.
So I'll give it to Sophia for you.
Wow. Let's come over here for a shot. Get our good side here. Wow. That is way cool. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Governor.
Pardon me for my casual attire. I'm in between gigs here, so forgive me. Incredible honor to be back in this city and in this room, Bob. This is not our first hit here. So to Bob Garashi and the whole NJCDC team, thank you so much for everything you do in changing the trajectory of young lives, which is a great way to put it, and also for hosting us so graciously today. Bob, thank you. To a passel of incredible elected officials. We're going to hear from Congresswoman Nellie Poe and Senator Benji Wimberly in a minute. But to Clinton and Pat and Shavonda and others here on the elected side, deep thanks for your public service and leadership. To all the staff members who worked for Bill over the years, and there are many here, it is also a star-studded lineup. It includes a small posse of whom both worked for Bill and for me. I'm not sure he was ever thrilled that we snared a few of, I think between Bill Pascrell and Gary Scher, we emptied the cupboard of all of their staff at one point or another. Monsignor, nice to see you. God bless you. Fran O'Connor here is with us, who's our Commissioner of the Department of Transportation. And then last but certainly not least, the extraordinary Pascrell family, especially sons Billy, David, and Glenn. I think Bill's going to speak on behalf of the family. Sister, wives, grandkids, to the entire team Pascrell. An incredible honor to be with you today. Wish Mom were here. Please give Mom a hug and many kisses and from Tammy and me. But Elsie is with us in spirit, not too far from here. And Bill, obviously, upstairs is with us in spirit as well. So I think I'm not going to speak long, but I think you could put a cap on today's program and say something to the effect of long time coming or better late than never. I think I signed this sucker in January of 2020. So due to a little bit of bureaucracy and needing to scramble to get some funds, is Eddie Farmer here somewhere? Where are you, Ed? Ed did a lot of the legwork. God bless you for that. Yeah, let's hear it for Ed. But thanks not just to Ed, but to the family, obviously, friends of the family and supporters, we did get to today. And we will officially, in literally, I think, Fran, we're unveiling these both north and south while we're standing here at this very moment. So these signs are out there. Don't think that this is the one. They're out there as we speak, and they're getting unveiled by Fran's colleagues literally while we're in this session together. It'll be forever and always Highway 19 will become the William J. Pascrell Jr. Highway, and it is incredibly fitting. And by the way, it's both north and south, so folks will be driving by these signs forever and for always, including a whole passel of people who never met Bill, and maybe generations to come where none of us are on the scene, but that they will know who this guy was and what he stood for. And by my account, Bill, I think it's at least the third entity with his name on it in this community. I know the fire headquarters, I know the bridge at Great Falls, and now this, and I think it's all fitting. And the fire side, there was nobody in Congress who was more steady, steadfast, and loyal to our first responders than Congressman Pascrell. Obviously, as Bob said, the Great Falls is a national park single-handedly because of him, and of course now Highway Route 19, which, as Bob said, connects a lot of the guts and foundation of this great community, will now have his name on it. And no one knows in this room right now how crazy it could be in Washington more than Nellie Poe. So we've got you in our prayers for sure. But was there ever a guy who fought more for Patterson or for this district or for New Jersey than Bill Pascrell? Whether it was as an assemblyman, as mayor, as certainly as congressman in the wilds of Washington, a guy who lived his entire life in this community, as strong a fighter as I've ever been around, incredibly important, as I said, to this community, to this district. But I will say to me personally, this is a guy with whom I spoke a ton, both when I was running and during my time in office. It gave me invaluable advice. And a street fighter, if there ever was one, I can only imagine what he would be saying right now in this mess. And again, Nellie, you have us. We have you in our prayers. God bless Bill. Incredibly humbled and honored to be with you all today, especially with the family. And with that, please help me welcome an outstanding leader, Congresswoman from the 9th Congressional District, Congresswoman and dear friend Nellie Poe.
Thank you so very much. Governor, it's wonderful to see you. I think I'm going to probably need my water bottle real soon here. But let me just say, oh, aren't you kind? Oh, look at you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Governor. So wonderful to be here with so many people. And before I go straight to some very important but carefully prepared remarks that I want to make sure I'm able to not only deliver, but also make a point of the importance of today. I want to especially give special greetings and special welcome and a big hug and a kiss to all my friends, to my family. It's because the Pascrell family has been so very close to me, so wonderful. I cannot tell you how much I love you all, how much I appreciate, and to see so many people here, from all the staff and everyone. I mean, it's really, heart-wrenching. It's wonderful, and I'm just so truly happy to be a part of this. Bill was truly not only my friend, but someone who I dearly, dearly care for and love. So, love you all. So happy to be here. So, let me just begin real quickly by saying thank you all so very much for coming out for this amazing, amazing day. And Bob, thank you for always being such an incredible host. You're so gracious always to make things happen for our great city. To all my colleagues who are here, it's wonderful to see you as well. Everyone here is family and friend and just really close to what we're doing. But I think for just about everyone in this room, Bill Pascrell was an important part of your lives. I am so happy to see, as I've mentioned, many of my old friends, members of the Pascrell family, and longtime members of Bill's staff. Even though it's been over a year, it is still quite difficult to accept that Bill isn't here. He still looms large in our daily thoughts and over this community. Let me just pause for a moment and just say that every time I walk the halls of Congress, one person or the other, and throughout my entire time, will come up to me and say hello and say, I knew Bill. I knew Bill. Bill Pascrell was a larger-than-life character. We'll share and exchange stories. They'll want to talk about some of the wonderful things, and some stories we keep to ourselves, by the way. But it's important, however, to show respect and honor to a great man in their lifetime so that they can see and appreciate the love and admiration of others. So I was so very glad that Bill was still with us to see this honor be enacted when the law was enacted. That was such an important time, and so very happy that he was a part of us at that time. As one of this nation's most important early cities, as the cradle of our industrial revolution, as a symbol of America's natural beauty and vibrant diversity, Paterson has had its share of important leaders. Yet, if we carved our own Mount Rushmore upon the Great Falls, Bill's face would certainly be on it. And that is not because Bill helped make the Great Falls a national historic park, but because there is not an inch, a brick, or a piece of Paterson that was not touched by Bill in one way or the other. There is a reason Bill's official obituary closed simply with, he lived in Paterson his entire life. Paterson made its mark on Bill in the way he spoke, how he felt, and what he believed. And Bill made his mark on Paterson in his decades of leadership, good work, and support forged at all levels of government. While Bill loved all of his district and cities, as well as all the towns, spread all over the years in Passaic, Bergen, and Hudson, as well as Essex counties, Patterson and Clifton meant a great deal to him. So the christening of Route 19 in his name has special significance. In the shadow of Garrett Mountain, Route 19 is a small but mighty road. While only 3 miles long, the highway connects downtown Patterson to the Garden State Parkway, and therefore much of our state and our nation. Route 19, the shortcut to Broad Street, Main Street, and Clifton City Hall. I know, I take it all the time. And it truly has easy access to Route 46, Valley Road, St. Joseph Hospital, downtown Patterson, and Chianchi Street, Little Lima, the Great Falls Historic District. Every autumn, the highway is littered with Passaic County campaign signs. And if Bill did not see enough of his signs, someone would absolutely hear about it. So, for all of you who worked in those campaigns, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that is why I was so proud at the state Senate to sponsor the bill to name this road for a man who dedicated his entire life to serving others. This gateway to Patterson must be named for a man that Patterson sent to represent them in the Congress and around the world. From where we are standing to get to Washington, D.C., the first place Google Maps send you to is onto Route 19, now called the William J. Pascrell Highway. Bill would have welcomed this renaming more than if we named the New Jersey Turnpike after him, because for 27 years, Route 19 was a highway he traveled and signified that after a tough week in our nation's capital, he was finally home. It is home for us too. So with that, let me just say, thank you so very much, because this is such an important day. I've had the incredible pleasure and honor of working very closely with my colleagues in Trenton during my time in the New Jersey State Legislature. I am so truly proud that the person who I'm about to introduce is someone who has taken on that mantle and has carried on. It is someone who co-sponsored this bill when he was in the Assembly alongside me. So with no further ado, let me have you all welcome my friend, my colleague, Senator Benji Wimberly.
Good morning. The good part is, after Bob and after the governor and after Nellie, all of those outstanding points that I had written down have already been said. So there's no need for me to be redundant and say this. But the one thing I know your dad is smiling down is the Yankee win last night. I sat in left field last night, and guys are pouring beer on Red Sox fans, but the poor Red Sox fans, they had a lot of heart to come out there last night. But all I could think about, though, as I'm sitting there is one of the times when Hinchcliffe reopened, me and your dad were there on a Sunday afternoon with your mom. And I can't believe, I'm not sure if one of you guys were there or not, but we're talking and just shucking peanuts like this here, and it's hot, and it's just your dad. And one of our last conversations was when he was in the hospital. I gave him a call, and Bill, I think I've shared this with you. I said, well, what can I do for you? Anything good? He said, you know what I could use? I could use a cold beer. And I said, that's my guy. And I think that says it all. You know, anytime I ride down 9th Ave, I always look to the left, you know, to look at the house and think about him and all the fond memories. And the one thing I would say, and I think Nellie and most elected officials would know, is that he always checked on you. Like randomly, I would get a call from Bill Pascrell Jr. And it's like, did I do something wrong or everything? Nope, just checking in, just want to make sure you're good. How's your family? What's going on in Trenton? Everything's there. But I mean, his accomplishments have been already stated so much, but the one thing I will always say is like him having the highway 19 named after is literally the gateway to the heart of Patterson. And you're coming down 19, and as Bob said, you're going to come through the city, you're going to come through the industrial section, you're going to come to the falls, and forever we will look up and see William J. Pascrell Highway. And it is beyond fitting. And as Nellie said, if we had a Mount Rushmore of the city of Patterson over in the falls, and only Bob could probably create a Mount Rushmore, he'll probably be thinking how it could get this done, that he would be carved out in stone, and it will only be befitting. But I do want to say this was a bipartisan effort, in the Assembly and the Senate, that he was so well liked by everyone that I can honestly say I thank, my colleagues, then Senator Nellie Poe, Assemblywoman Shavonda Sumter, Assemblyman Clinton Calabrese, and of course Governor Murphy for signing into law. But this is a responsible act of government by naming this after him. His legacy is just so strong. This is more than just a road sign. It's a living tribute to a man that's name is synonymous with progress, compassion, and conviction. And I think anybody who knew Congressman Pascrell, that's what you would say about him. He was just convicted to not just Patterson, but to the United States of America. And if he was here right now, I'm sure we would all get an earful of what's going on right here, not just here, but in the United States. And it would be passionate that he would give you that saying. So on behalf of the 35th Legislative District, the city of Patterson, and the counties and residents that he has represented for so many years as a mayor, assemblyman, as a congressman, this is indeed an honor for me. And I can say I am truly proud to stand in front of you, the Pascrell family, the city of Patterson, his former employees, and so many people that just loved Bill Pascrell, to say that this is a great, great day, selfishly for the city of Patterson, but for the state of New Jersey. And this declaration of gratitude is a symbol of service and a permanent marker of the New Jersey's finest public servant. So with that being said, God bless you, and thank you all for being part of this wonderful day. God bless.
Benji, that was great. As most of you probably know, I was born in Boston. So I'm very happy that Bill had a good night upstairs last night, because I had a lousy night downstairs. Benji, thank you. Thanks for your leadership. And you made a point that I meant to make earlier. This was a big bipartisan effort as well, which is a pretty cool thing. There aren't a whole lot of those these days. Without any further ado, speaking on behalf of the family, another great guy. Let's hear it up for Bill Pascrell III.
Benji, you have bigger ones than me, because I was thinking about the game, and I know the governor's a big Red Sox fan. I didn't even want to bring it up. What a win. Governor, thank you. Monsignor. Nellie, Dad is just beaming about you. Beaming. You replaced him or supplanted him when he left the assembly to go to Washington, and I know he's happy, and I know he's equally happy with who succeeded you in the Senate. And I want to thank you and Benji and my dear friend Assemblywoman Sumter for what you did. I think it's probably the only bill you got passed that was unanimous, and I was shocked it was unanimous. I would have thought like Panaccio or Jay Weber or somebody like that would have said, I'm not voting for this. Mayor, Bob, you honored me by asking me to join this organization 31 years ago. And you've done tremendous work. Thank you for hosting us. Thank you for your graciousness. And if the pictures don't reflect it, I want to emphasize it. My dad adored you. That you picked Patterson. You're not from here, but now you are. Commissioner O'Connor, thank you very much for all the work you did to make this happen. Again, Governor, thank you. I particularly want to thank, yes, you're right, Governor, my dad was very bitter about Michelle D'Angelo leaving him to go become your scheduler, but, you know, he got acquainted with it. Assad Akhtar, thank you very much. I want to thank particularly two other great legislators. Clinton Calabrese, my dad adored his family and him, and Assemblyman Mike Venezia, who worked for Dad. And boy, do I have some pictures of you, Ed Farmer, and Ben, Mike, I'm going to share with you. And they're not from yesterday. You look a lot better today, by the way. I want to also thank, talking about a bipartisan effort, a dear friend, somebody I introduced the governor to 9 years ago, the chairman of the Passaic County Republican Party, Peter Murphy. Thank you, Peter, for being here. I know how much you respected Dad and loved him, and I know how much he loved you. Before I get to the family, I want to really emphasize to you how it was wonderful what Eddie Farmer did after Dad's funeral services last year in rallying the troops to get the funds in place, because as you know, just to be with the press here, the bill specifically says no public funds to be used. So I wanted to make that clear. So Steve Coppa, Ray Ferrioli, Slavko Mazarov, Ed Farmer, and Congressman Mike Capuana, thank you very much for helping make this happen. About 5+ years ago, I was driving into Patterson, wherever I was coming from, going into town. And my dad never used GPS. He's the only human being I ever knew, other than Steve Sweeney and Peter Murphy, who has flip phones, right? But he never used GPS, and he had high-tech cars, you know, electric cars and all that. And I said, Dad, I'm driving into Patterson, and I see the William J. Pascrell Jr. Highway. Google did it off the bat, right after the governor signed the bill. So, I remember sharing that story with Monsignor, and he got a good laugh about it. And thank you, Monsignor, for all you've done for me and my family and my dad. I think it's important for me to just acknowledge briefly, I'm here to say thank you. But I want to acknowledge my brothers, David and Glenn, who I'll call up in a minute to unveil this beautiful sign. My dad's sister, Joyce. Even though my parents didn't have a daughter, they did, Kelly. Thank you very much for all you do for Mom. Mom would be here, but she has her good days and bad. And she's healthy, but mentally a little fragile. Megan, Christopher, Billy, John, Isla, my dad's grandchildren, Aria, thank you all for being here. The love of my life, Benny, thank you for being here. My mother-in-law, Argenis Quiroga, thank you, Mama, for being here. Magdalena, thank you for being here. And Ray Ferrioli's fiancee, partner in life, Jackie Ferrara, thank you, Jackie, for being here. Ray, thank you for being here. I'm going to end with this. And I think it's particularly fitting 30 some odd days out before an election. We're going to miss Governor Murphy dearly. Governor, you've been great. Thank you for all you've done for us as residents of the great state of New Jersey. My dad taught me a long time ago, David Glenn and I, a famous saying, and I've shared this with Nellie in the past and Congresswoman Cheryl more recently. He used to say the famous Sam Rayburn, former Speaker of the House line, and Dad was in the Rayburn building the entire time he was in Congress, the 29+ years. Sam Rayburn said, any jackass can kick down a barn. It takes a carpenter to build one. And my dad wasn't perfect. He was a bridge builder. And no matter where you came from life, how you ended your last name, the food you cooked, the God you worshipped, or maybe not. Commander-in-Chief Murray, good to see you, sir. I think he really was a carpenter. I think that would be his legacy. So thank you very much for being here. It means a lot to us. And I want to ask, if I can, my brothers to come up, and we'll do, I know I have to go up and not down with the coverings. And then we're going to ask all of you, the governor will probably end this, to come next door and have a reception not paid for by public money. Is that good, Governor? Good disclaimer? Thanks for the press for being here. Thank all of you. God bless, and we'll do the unveiling now.